I read some instances that my parents were from Ukraine, and Ukraine was part of Vedic geography. The Aryans came from Central Asia, which is in now what is Russia, and it included Ukraine. And all this Afghanistan, Baluchistan, Khalistan. Stan is a Sanskrit word. Why do they have these names? Because they were part of Vedic system. You ever thought of that? You ever thought of that? Why is it called Baluchistan or Afghanistan? Stan. So even up to now, Russia and India are friends. It's a good thing. I don't want to go into too many things, but it's significant. So this chanting is very simple, but see, even the children, they are sitting so nicely and attentively, even though, do you understand what I'm saying? No. It doesn't matter. Because it is so nice that they are attracted. Even sometimes the birds and even some dog, they also follow us. So this process begins with chanting, and it's not that you give up the chanting after you become adhikari, qualified. No, it remains always. Kirtan Sadahari, Kirtana Sadahari, always chant Hare Krishna. Even in when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, I think I'm getting echo here a little bit. Oh, you are. I hope you are comfortable. You look very uncomfortable there, actually. Sitting, there's a tulsi plant there, sitting near the amplifier. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just like Krishna Leela, you have his childhood Leela, yes? He was going in the forest and playing with his friends and playing with the monkeys. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had very similar Leela. Only even when he was just born, he would cry like any child. And what would make him stop was only when his mother and her friends and other young girls and ladies, when they would chant Hare Krishna, then he would stop crying and start and smile. So even his childhood Leela like that showed the future course of his own career and showed the importance of the chanting. That verse says, Kali Naste Harina, there's another verse. This is from the Briha Naradiya Purana. Harinama, 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 Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. Gatir Anyataha. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama. Kalo Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyataha. So in the Shastra, when something is repeated 3 times, it means this is law, this is absolute. I mean, it's not law in the sense like police will take action. Unfortunately, it's not the case. But it's dharma. Dharma means what you have to do. the word dharma means you must do it, see? A person must take bath, otherwise he'll get sick and eventually he'll die. So being clean is part of dharma as far as ordinary life. As far as spiritual life, here the Shastra says you must Haranama, 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 Eva Kelam Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva. Gatirandasa. So when something is repeated 3 times, according to Vedic indication, Vedic, it means it's absolute, it must. What is the example? Some Muslim was chanting. He said, Haram, Haram, Haram. What does Haram mean in Urdu?
Untouchable.
Huh?
Untouchable.
Untouchable. So, but because included in Haram is Ram, that Muslim got moksha. This is transcendental semantics. It's it's reasonable. It's not unreasonable. I mean, to modern thinking. So when the Shastras say Haranam, 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 Eva Kevalam Kalo, Nasteva, 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 this means we must do it. It's like we get up in the morning, you must brush your teeth, you must take bath. You must do it, otherwise you get sick and die. But it's not material. In this case, it is for spiritual purification. You must take to this process of Harinam Kirtan, otherwise, what? You have to remain in the material world. We never come to the spiritual level. No matter, we may do homas and we may feed cows. Of course, if you feed cows, eventually you will get a little purification, so you will get to know. But the point is that this chanting the names of Krishna, this is absolute. It's like it's absolutely necessary that we breathe and we eat, otherwise we die. So if we want to live, if we want to regain our original spiritual position, because we are spiritual, we are not this body. The body, some is very complex, but it's material, like a computer. It's a very complicated device, but it's only, cadmium and zirconium and some metals and chemicals all put together. So similarly, the body is only a machine. It's a yantra. The word yantra. What is in Bhagavad Gita? The shloka? Yantya Rudrani Mayaya. That we are just like you're sitting in a car, but you are not the car. But some people, they are so materially contaminated that if they're sitting in a car and another car smashes them, they will jump out and they say, "You hit me! You hit me! You hit me!" It's not me you hit this lump of metal. But they are so materially conditioned, and we see practical examples. I have seen. I don't know, in India it's like that. Or somebody, they say, "You hit me," and they'll. So the body is a yantra. Yantra means a machine. We are not the machine. We are the driver. So the machine is gross matter, steel and lithium, rubber. But the driver, within his body, he is also not the body, he is the jiva, the atma, the consciousness. And the consciousness goes all over the body. So today I hurt myself, I felt it here. My consciousness goes to every part of the body. But we are not the body. See? So when the Atma behaves in terms only of the body, that's called Maya. That's false. That's illusion. That is not. You cannot say you're a sadhu, or you cannot. That is as. That is asat. That is illusion. We have the purpose of this human body. The dogs and the cats and the bugs. No mosquitoes here. They cannot understand. Very rarely one dog will join Sankirtan. Very rare. But they generally, in the other, even the monkeys, so-called advanced mammals, dolphins, and they cannot understand. So what is that sloka? Brahmande bhumite Guru Kripa Bhakti Lata Beach. After Brahmanda bhumite, after taking many thousands or millions of births in different bodies, we come to human form. What is the rest of the sloka? Guru, by grace of Guru,
Krishna.
We get the chance. We get the chance. We get the beginning of actual spiritual life. What is that? Actual spiritual life is bhakti. Bhakti means devotional service to Lord Krishna, not to Devata, not to dog, not to cat, not to family members. Of course, these things are all right for people who cannot take to bhakti. Then do charity for society in general, as recommended in Bhagavad Gita. But the actual purpose, this human life, is to regain our swadharma, our constitutional position. What is that? That is Jiva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I think this is one item of philosophy that he broadcasts more widely. Jiva Swarupaya Nityara Krishna Das. That the Swarup of the Jiva, everybody knows what is Swarup and what is Jiva. What is the Swarup of the Jiva? Doesn't matter you're a boy or a girl or old man or... The Swarup of the Jiva is Nitya Krishna Das, is to be the eternal servant of Krishna. So I don't know in India, I think in the Western countries where I was born, the idea of being a servant is not very attractive because they think I'm from Canada. I was born in Canada. I grew up there. I don't know. But the American presence is very heavy. You feel it very much. On the radio, you have songs by black slaves. No black slaves in Canada ever, but all these things come on the radio. So the idea of being a servant is not very attractive. Ordinary people, middle class people in the West, they don't have servants. Here, every house you have a servant. There's no servant. You have machines. Maybe somebody has servant, I don't know. Building. But the idea of being a servant is not attractive. So that takes some effort to overcome. But yeah, I had no difficulty because this process, I'm sitting here. One gentleman, one astrologer or yogi, stopped me in the street and he told me, he told me, you were a yogi in India in last life. Okay, yeah. I felt quite happy with that. It's probably true because I liked India immediately from the first day. Even before landing, even before the plane touched the ground. I looked out, I saw the Banjaras on the airfield. You don't have Banjaras on the airfield in the West. Yeah. So the idea of being the eternal servant, I should get over this. I should not be hesitant. Our Swarup is Nitya Krishna Das. We are eternal servants of Krishna. But so if you are thinking that I have to please my mother-in-law, I have to please my wife, I have to please my children, I have to please my dog, if you're thinking only that, that's not very good. You have to please them, but in the context of being a devotee of Krishna. So you have to make your wife and your mother-in-law and your dog, as far as possible, make them also Krishna conscious. Give the dog only Krishna prasad. Don't buy bread or worse things. If he doesn't like it, he could go away. The dog. So that is the purpose of family life. The purpose of all life is eventually to become Krishna conscious, and favorably, not like Kamsa. He was also Krishna conscious, but he wanted to kill Krishna. Krishna conscious means we want to please Krishna. There is positive Krishna consciousness. So that is the whole purpose of life, and there's the purpose of this. The chanting of Hare Krishna is inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to introduce people who have drifted away. And even those who have not drifted away, they should also take it up as a main practice. So it's becoming very difficult because so much more cars and more technology. If somebody is selling vegetables for 10 minutes, you have to hear the names of all the vegetables. Karai and Nellikai and this kai and that kai, because they all have loudspeakers now. And they want to fix your gas stove like anything. So many broken gas stoves. Every day for 10 minutes you have to listen to these things. So it's becoming difficult. You get distracted because some people think, well, maybe I need a new gas stove, and they'll go and buy a new gas stove. He will not benefit, but you will go farther away from Krishna, because your old gas stove is all right, you just have to clean it. So maybe it will get so bad that will not be able to live. It'll be from morning till night. Repair your gas stove, pay your electricity bill, buy these vegetables, buy this fruit. They'll be unbearable. And they'll charge you 100 rupees per liter for milk with water in it. Life is impossible. So, and it's hard to see how the advertising now, the internet, people are walking in the street, they're not even looking where they're going. They're watching something while walking. So their minds are becoming so polluted. They need this shirt, they need this car, they need this gadget, they need this lifestyle. If everybody comes like that, how can we live? Not possible. So intelligent, some people who they are coming to the understanding that it's necessary to live by growing your own vegetables, to live in the village or in the forest edge and live simply and think of Krishna, and may go to the towns every week and chant Hare Krishna and maybe try to wake somebody up. Otherwise everybody is going more and more asleep. It's like if you go to the hospital, you need to have some operation. The anesthetist, he will give some anesthetic, and then he will say, we need a little bit more, a little bit more, a little more, until... So these advertisements and Maya. Where's your TV? Do you have a TV? No TV here? Oh, then I see people from my window. I see TV this big in some building. Somebody saw I have no TV. No TV. They went away. Yes. And this TV is, the images are jumping, your brain becomes saturated. You cannot think even of what you have to do. You have to eat something, drink something, take bath. No, you can't think. How do people live? 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, Maharaj Swami, it's Astika channel. Oh, I've seen some of the, actually, most of these Swamijis are cheaters. They're speaking, like I said in the beginning, something that is not according to Shastra. See? What is this big businessman from Bangalore with a funny hat and a big beard? Sadhguru. He never even read Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't know what is Bhagavad Gita. And he's a big guru. See? Young techies are going to him. Thousands. They're rascal number one. And there are thousands like him. Maybe not so big. And that because of TV. I haven't watched TV for, I think, 40 years, 50 years. So I'll stop here. I'm talking too much, maybe. But thank you for listening. I think whatever I've said was, nothing was wrong. I look at him because he's my filter, my chief editor. Does anybody have any comment or question I would like to hear? You cannot get proper milk. You are going every day and purchasing milk packet. I'm getting from a dairy, and I'm thinking I want to switch because I think I make Perigoo from that milk. It's like water. But if you buy Perigoo from the dairy, it's nice and thick. I think he's giving me milk, 20% water. I'm thinking of you, that I should also do that.
Quality is expensive.
Huh?
If you need quality things, right, it's expensive.
No, the packet milk is not more expensive than what he's charging.
But
that is
still,
not
Less even, huh?
60 rupees.
25 rupees a packet? How much?
60 rupees a kg, 60 rupees.
60 rupees a kg.
Liter.
So it's 10 rupees more.
But heritage is not quality.
Huh?
It doesn't carry the quality.
But I'm saying we look at the curd that you can make from it. It's nice and thick. I bought a device actually for testing, but I have yet to buy a packet of milk to test.
I'll give you those.
Give me a packet.
But that is proven to. Heritage is not.
Hmm? So it's very nice, you see, when we talk these things and hear these things. It's very satisfying, isn't it, to hear, because that is, it's intellectual health, and then mental health automatically and physical health automatically follow. Because the whole world now is all cheating. I read an article on the internet from the United States where he openly says the politicians are cheating, the media are cheating, the military are cheating, the educational institutions are cheating. It's all cheating. They're telling you, what you have to, what is health. You have to get this injection, that, eat this food. It's all lies.
My sister went to one government school, Prabhu. There they are serving egg and they are saying it is very healthy.
What?
They are serving eggs.
Eggs.
in RK Mat also they serve.
Huh?
The RK Mat, Ramakrishna Mat. So early morning, this not so privileged children, right?
Hmm?
Come. The poor children, they come.
Who?
Poor children.
Poor children.
They come to Ramakrishna Mat. So they give 1 glass of milk and serve 1 egg.
Hmm. Yeah.
And even this National Egg Coordination Committee, NECC, they are also promoting. They're falsifying that egg as.
Yes, I'm saying so-called authorities is 99% cheating, all lies. So this is people should learn and understand. You have children. You don't automatically think, well, he's now 5 years old, I have to send him to school. No, the school is like a place where they kill animals. They're giving false education, false knowledge. What is good food is an example. Eggs is not a good food. It's high in protein, but you can get more protein out of peanuts, groundnuts, and chana, and there's more protein. How can something be good if to kill? No, these are vegetarian eggs. Nonsense. Another cheating. They just like in a concentration camp, they keep the chickens all night with bright lights. So this is psychological torture. How can you say that it's non-violent? They produce the eggs without, there's no embryo. This egg will not hatch. They say it's vegetarian. It's lying, cheating. It's not. It's himsa, not ahimsa. Those chickens are being tortured, literal torture. At night they cannot sleep. So this is an example of the kind of lies. I don't listen to the radio, but I remember seeing big hoarding. At that time it was AP Poultry Development Corporation.